Is your mum going to take over as landlady then?
Well, makes sense.
Yeah, remember when I got you that plaque made for when you first took over and it said beneath Blockstack?
You were a cow to me.
You were a cow to me.
Yeah, but I didn't know you then, did I? Oh, Tricia. I'm gonna miss you. More than you know.
Are you?
It's funny, isn't it? When I first met you, I hated you. Do you remember that time when you locked me in the cellar? And to think we've actually ended up liking each other.
It's weird, isn't it? I've never felt so bonded to you as I did at Christmas. When we walked up them stairs.
Jason and Gavin. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Well, likewise with Adam when he cheated on me. Ashley's going to be so good to you. He'd never cheat on you. Never.
I know. Come here. You stay in touch, whatever, right?
No matter what.
It's going to be hell in that playground. Everyone's going to be talking about Kelly and Scott. And I'm the one that's got to put up with it.
Oh, well, you never know. People might have other things on their mind.
I wish you were going to be there.
Well, I do too. Not because I want to go back to school, I don't. Well, I want to be there for you.
Well, that's one good thing. The Wednesdays is far better gossip than Mum and Richie. We might get an easy ride.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
Just saying.
Go inside, Mum.
Donna, remember what I said? One with for trouble, and I want to know about it.
Shame.
You all right, my sweet?
Yeah, I suppose. It's a bit sad though, isn't it?
Well, think of it like, you know, when it was like when you left school. I mean, just because you weren't sat at a desk next to your best mate anymore, it didn't mean you didn't stay in contact, did it?
Well, it did actually. I nicked her boyfriend. Well, I was a different woman back then. Well, I mean, girl. Marlon, maybe we could think about setting up in Spain sooner rather than later.
Why's that?
Well, move on. Instead of sticking around here and going nowhere.
We're not going nowhere.
Oh, you know what I mean. I want us to fulfil our ambitions.
If we play our cards right, I think we may be about to leap a few rungs up the ladder.
Eh?
Leave it with me.
I can't believe my eyes. A tape bus running the school pickup. How could the council have approved such an insensitive proposal? I think the whole thing stinks. Pollards!
Hiya, love.
Mum, are you happy here? I mean, you only came to stay because I needed you, and now that I'm leaving, I feel like I'm dumping you. Am I leaving you in a position you don't want to be in?
Well, I'm not going to deny I wouldn't have sold the B&B and bought into this place if you hadn't needed me to, but it's what happened.
And do you want to keep the pub on? Become landlady?
Possibly. We'll sort it out later. I need a bit of time to think. Don't you worry about it.
Thanks, Mum, for coming and sorting me out.
Well, you've sorted me out enough in the past. I'm just relieved you found a bit of happiness. You are sure, aren't you? You definitely want to go.
Yeah, I'm sure. Can't turn back now anyway.
Yes, you could, if you're in any doubt.
Well, I'm not. Has all been a bit of a whirlwind, but maybe that's the best way. Less time for thinking.
Then all I can do is give you a hug. Hope you'll be very happy and visit you on a regular basis.
Is that a promise?
I expect the same in return.
Paddy, would it be all right if I popped over to the jumble sale for an hour or so this afternoon? I'm quite happy to skip lunch.
Yeah, I suppose so. I'll be here anyway. Can't do any out calls today because I've just remembered I've got a stock check to do.
We'll pass them on to Zoe then. It's just I love a good jumble sale and I'd like to see Ashley. I shall miss him terribly.
Good friend of yours then, is he?
I've always looked upon him very fondly. Very fondly indeed. It'll pass, you know, in time.
I'm sorry?
You had a nasty accident. It's going to be a while before you feel safe around big animals, and everyone understands, so don't feel awkward about it. We know.
Thanks, Gloria.
All right, Paddy.
Kelly?
I was just wondering, have you got any work going? Only I'm staying at Betty's now and I'm going to start paying her rent soon, so I need a job.
Well, I think you better go and talk to somebody else. We spent months trying to find somebody decent to replace you, and now, finally, we've managed.
I've changed now. I'm more reliable.
Yeah, right. That's why you treated Roy like dirt.
What went on between me and Roy's got nothing to do with you.
Roy was a mate. Anyway, like I said, we've got full staff now.
It's not even lunchtime. We're all at the Champers.
Ah, well, this is a special occasion.
I know. Mwah. Yeah, well, we mustn't be drunk for the jumble sales. Just one glass each, right?
Well said. I'm really going to miss having you around, boss.
I'm going to miss you too, Marlon. I'm going to miss you all. Even my temporary cocktail mixer.
How about you, Ashley? Are you looking forward to your new life?
Yes, although I must say I feel rather sad having to say goodbye to so many good friends. My parish. Tomorrow I'll be conducting my final service at St Mary's, and I have to admit I've no idea what I'll say.
I was wondering, Diane, what are you thinking of doing with the pub?
She's going to keep it ticking over for the time being, aren't you, Mum? After all, it's half hers.
Maybe you want somebody to manage it for you?
Marlon, we were planning on Spain.
Yeah, but we're not going tomorrow, are we? It's just a suggestion. I'm not trying to oust you, Diane.
I should hope not.
No, you know, I think we do a fine job of managing the pub. And you'd still be the landlady, obviously, but you're not going to be wanting all that responsibility. Not
At my age.
No. I mean, you're not going to be wanting to be dealing with the day-to-day doings of the place, I'm sure.
Do you know, I reckon it might be just the answer. You're right. I don't want to be tied to this place morning, noon and night. A bar manager is exactly what I need.
Are you serious?
What do you think, Alan?
I think it's an excellent suggestion.
Thank you, Grandad.
Well, that's your workload taken care of, then.
Precisely my thinking.
Oh, happy day.
However, we are all here to say au revoir to Bernice and Ashley. So may I ask you all to charge your glasses? A toast. Bernice and Ashley.
Bernice and Ashley.
Bernice and Ashley.
Good luck.
Take care of that. Enjoy yourself. Look after yourself. Yeah.
How much for the brooch?
£10?
10. This is a jumble sale.
Yes, for charity. You're an antiques dealer, and I wasn't born yesterday. Many thanks.
I'll just take that.
Might have known you'd not steer clear.
I always like to support charitable events.
Especially when the vicar's close by. I've watched you making a show of yourself for a long time now, Gloria Weaver. It's a wonder we've not all passed out the perfume that wafts down the aisle when you pass by. Still, you're going to have to get used to life without him now, aren't you?
Well, we all will. Excuse me.
Everything all right?
Aye. And it'll stay that way as long as that old trout keeps her distance this after.
Actually, I meant between you and Bernice. You know, if you want any assistance running the Woolpack, I'd be happy to come on board again. Buy Bernice's shares.
You and me, you mean? Business partners.
Oh, why not? I think we do splendidly.
But you sold it because you wanted less to do.
Well, if I'm only in part responsible.
Aye, maybe. What about Marlon and Tricia managing it?
Well, that would take the pressure off us. It might even persuade Tricia not to go to Spain. But we must hold the reins. That way we can keep an eye on them. And on the books.
Maybe we could. It's all so fast, this. So much to think about.
Well, I'll leave it with you.
Hello. Thanks for seeing me at such short notice, man.
So, how can I help you?
Well, remember you did that reading based on me and Marlon's star signs, and you said we were really compatible?
And are you not?
Oh no, of course we are. Perfect fit for each other. I was just wondering if you could tell me if there was any trouble imminent.
Travel?
I mean, given the option of a future business prospect here or, say, Spain, which one should we go for?
Blimey, you are in demand.
Oh, no, it's only hypothetical at this stage, man. Well, the Spain bit.
Well, it doesn't suggest distant travel for Gemini and Aries today.
Oh, it wouldn't be for today, man.
Well, I mean today's reading. Everything suggests to stay centred. You'd be very wise to feather your nest.
Pardon?
Stay put. Don't go changing.
Oh, you mean to stick around here? Oh, thanks a lot, man. You've really laid me mind to rest. So come on then. How'd you do it?
Do what?
Your readings, your book. Are you up after dark looking at the night sky? Or is it funny voices in your head?
Ooh. Look, I'd love to stay and chat, Trish, but I think that's my next client.
Oh, right. Ta-da.
Right then, let's see if you can work your magic for a second time. Which horse shall I go for? Snail Space or Red Donkey?
I see the apparent conscience you developed in the run-up to the election has now totally evaporated.
What are you wittering on about?
Not content with plastering Tate tours above the sign to our village, you've now seen fit to award them the school bus contract.
I think you'll find there's more than just one man on the council who makes decisions.
Have you no shame? How low are you prepared to go? I dare say you got a substantial backhander for your services?
Excuse me?
People didn't have long to wait to regret voting for you, did they? You're corrupt to your core, Pollard. And one day you're going to be found out.
Nice to see so many people in attendance, isn't it, Ashley?
Hello, Gloria. Yes, it's all rather heartening.
May I just say how upset I'll be to lose you? You've been a great help to me since Malcolm's death. How unfair it is you've been forced to move on.
I haven't been forced into anything.
Really? As I understood it, you had little choice since hooking up with that woman.
Who told you that?
Edna.
I can assure you it's entirely my choice to relocate. Our choice.
Everything all right, Ash? Everything's fine, Bernice. Haven't you a store to be attending to?
No, Gloria. As Ashley's intended, I'm what you might call the hostess of the occasion. My task is to mingle.
Is it indeed? Well then, don't let us keep you. Well, we'll stay in touch, won't we, Ashley?
Looking for something bright and frilly, are you?
Absolutely, Mrs. Birch. Preferably something in lycra.
Very amusing. There was a boy sat behind me and school turned out your way. Of course he didn't go shouting about it, not like you lot nowadays, bold as brass. But you put me in mind of him.
How do you mean? Was he dead tall?
Had things been different, I'd like to think that we might have paired off. Still, it wasn't to be.
Oh, you did meet someone else, though, didn't you?
Oh, and we were very happy.
How long were you married?
Who do you think you are all of a sudden? Michael Parkinson? Now, are you going to buy something or what? This isn't 20 questions, you know.
Nah.
I don't believe it. No, shocking, isn't it? To think people wear stuff like that. It's probably been at the back of Edna Birch's wardrobe.
It's mine.
Oh. No offence.
How dare Jack give away my things? This is his way of trying to remove every trace of me.
It's not exactly been an easy time for him, you know.
Yeah, but putting it all in a jumble. You make me sick. You can't have your cake and eat it. Excuse me.
She's not as hard as you think, Viv. Sarah Sugden will make a concrete slab seem soft. How much for this?
Carlos, it's nice to see you. I think this would be your sort of do.
No, I just wondered. Can we talk?
Yeah, of course we can. In Spanish or English.
Where is he?
He's probably up to his eyes in work on the farm, I bet. He'll be here soon.
Yeah, I suppose. I just can't get used to it, Andy. My mum living down there.
Forget about her.
She's my mum. I wonder what she gets up to. No job, no one to get ready for school, just him.
I don't care what she gets up to. She's not bothered about us, so why should we worry about her?
So you take the afternoon off then?
No, I just asked for 5 minutes. I just wanted to say I've enjoyed getting to know you.
Likewise.
I'm really happy that you've met someone.
Oh, thanks, Carlos.
And, well, we've become good mates, and I'm sad it's been cut short. Well, anyway, good luck. And, I'll miss the old lessons.
Oh, that's really sweet of you. Thanks for being such a great teacher.
Pleasure. Anyway, I better get off. You'll be wondering where I am. Keep in touch.
Can't believe it, Marlon. Even you managing the whole pack.
I can, my sweet, and trust me on this. One day, we're going to be the most celebrated horse on this fair isle.
Yes!
Afternoon, boss.
Looking for sympathy from the departing vicar, are you?
Can't you disappear in a puff of smoke?
What do you expect Jack to do? Sit moping in a room full of your dowdy outfits while you go off gallivanting with a toy boy?
Viv, couldn't you show a little compassion?
How you've got the nerve to stand there and criticise me when you've done so much to destroy your own family is quite beyond me.
I have been a model mother, unlike some.
Oh, really? Is that why you two had an affair? Is that why your son and your stepdaughter were sleeping together? Is that why she tried to commit suicide?
Now, that's enough, Sarah, please.
At least I didn't abandon my family.
No, but by God, I bet they wish the day would come.
I've heard enough. Now, stop this at once.
You tell them, Ashley.
I am not standing here taking all this.
No? So get out my sight.
She's not going to drive me away.
Sarah, just keep out of her way.
If Annie Sugden could see her now. There's a top to those, and I'm not selling them separately.
I only want the shorts.
I bet you do. You've been laid out in that back garden in a state of undress all summer. Batley and me are fed up at the sight of them.
Well, it's my garden.
And that Seth Armstrong certainly got a lot more use out of his deck chair. You want to watch yourself, lass. You'll end up with a reputation.
Hello, Kelly.
All right.
Oh, it's all right.
Like that one.
All right, Seth.
Now, I've just thrown an whole week's beer money away on a back tip from Mystic Mandy.
Man, there's no horse racing psychic. Don't you think I'd be quids in if she were?
She were right last time.
I'll tell you what, mate. We're off to Woolley. We'll buy you a pint. Or two. Tell you what, Seth. Why don't we go poaching tomorrow? Then if we're lucky, you'll soon be quids in again.
Don't broadcast.
Hey, Seth, mate, if you reckon I don't know what you get up to by now, you're even dafter than you look. It couldn't be.
Do you mind if I have this back? It's mine anyway, and I've hardly got any money.
Still not found yourself a job?
No.
How about if I offer you some advice? Don't come in here trying to reclaim what's led you down the path to ruin. It's skimpy dresses like this and the one you've got on that's made men look at you the way they have.
No. Can I just have it back, please?
I'm just trying to give you some advice, girl. You wonder why you can't find an employer. Well, look in the mirror. You look like trouble, and after what's happened between you and your brother...
I didn't come in here for a lecture.
Oh, I'm not meaning to lecture you. It's just... you need some guidance.
I just want my clothes back.
Well, I'm very sorry, Kelly. But if you won't help yourself...
Kelly, come back.
What have you said to her? She's having a terrible time.
I have only told her what she needed to hear.
Is there anyone you're not planning on upsetting today?
Oh, don't come the high and mighty with me, Bernice Blackstock. You and her, you're two of a kind.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Man traps. If it weren't for you, a man of the cloth wouldn't have turned his back on his duty.
Ashley hasn't turned his back on anything. He's always been here.
Aye, when he's not making doe eyes at you. Driving one man into the arms of another wasn't enough for you, was it? Oh, no. No, you've made it your mission to drive the vicar from the path of God.
Edna, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I'm stopping here. You're the one who's been asked to leave by the bishop.
Ashley, just ignore her. She's just a vicious old bat.
She's not the only one.
Oh, this must stop!
What's wrong with you all? You should be ashamed of yourselves. I have never met a more hateful group of people. This is supposed to be a community event, and communities are supposed to be about pulling together, not using any and every opportunity to lay into one another. Why must you all hate so much? Can't you find the good in yourselves and in others?
Ashley, don't upset yourself. Not today.
No, Bernice. Can't you see the hurt you're causing? Isn't it possible for you to live and let live?
She started it.
There you go again, looking to blame somebody. You're all as bad as each other. And I'm going tomorrow, and maybe I shouldn't care, but I do. Because none of you are leaving. You've all got to carry on, living together, side by side. Heaven knows if you're capable of it. But it's high time you all sorted yourselves out. Excuse me.